friends, Lauren here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for choosing me as your teacher today. I'm so looking forward to leading you through this heart-opening sequence, but with a little bit of a twist. We're going to be moving through our main sequence on one side, but when it comes to do the other side, we're going to reverse our way through the poses. It sounds quite confusing. You guys don't need to worry. Of course, I'm going to be here guiding you through every step of the way, but it's kind of an interesting way to kind of switch up our practice and kind of move through the sequence in different ways. So when you're ready, feel free to put some music on. As always, there's a Spotify playlist in the description box below. And then when you're ready, come and meet me in a child's pose. So perhaps taking your time to arrive, you can separate the knees about mat distance apart, bring the hips back towards your heels, walking the hands out in front. You could either stretch the fingertips out ahead of you or maybe bring one hand on top of the other. Use that as a little platform for the forehead to rest on. So as always, taking a few moments just to settle, just to arrive here. Begin to notice the breath and gradually over time cultivating that deep connection to your breath. So really noticing and feeling into every inhale, every exhale. Notice what changes that breath brings to you, a change in the body, a change in how we feel. And as always, taking a few moments just to arrive into our practice and kind of shed the layers of whatever we may have been carrying with us throughout the day. Seeing if we can arrive on the mat with this kind of freshness. So simply just taking a couple more deep breaths in, as deep as we can here. Feeling the back body rise as we breathe in. Feeling the belly soften as we exhale. Perhaps feeling as though we can really let the belly go here. So often we get used to kind of holding the belly in and we don't always realize that we're actually doing that. So I really encourage you here to just let the belly go. Let it be soft. Don't let it all hang out here. Okay. Taking perhaps one more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. As you breathe in, steadily rise all the way up, push down through the hands, lift it through the head and chest. We're going to come into a kneeling, so draw the knees together, come to sit on your heels. If that's not comfortable to you, you could grab a couple of blocks or a cushion and place them underneath the sit bone, so as if you're taking a supported hero here, so this might be a little bit more comfortable for you. Okay. And then wherever you are, let's take a deep breath in, reach the fingertips up to the sky, grow tall. And then as you exhale, cactus through the elbows. So you're going to draw the elbows down in line with the shoulders. As this happens, lift up through the heart space, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chin slightly further away from the chest to maybe look up. Beautiful. So starting to tap into that heart space, take a breath. Take an exhale. Now as you inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. The backs of the hands come together, reach the fingertips forwards, and as this happens, tuck the tailbone under, tuck the chin towards the chest, so we round through the back. So it's a similar movement in your spine to that of a cat and cow. So as we inhale, we reach the arms up, we lengthen through the spine. Exhale, we cactus, we squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift up through the heart. Let's continue moving through this a couple of times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach them forwards, round through the back. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus, lifting up through the heart. Let's take one more full round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, round. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, cactus. Beautiful. From here, rain the fingertips all the way down. Hands come to the thighs. Let's have a little roll of the shoulders, shaking away any tension. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then from here, just the left arm goes. You're going to inhale, reach the left arm forwards and up. Stretch out through those fingertips. And then send the left arm all the way back. And as you go, roll this left shoulder back. So you begin to twist the torso to the left. Left arm reaches directly behind you and right hand sweeps across to the left thigh. Beautiful. Feel free to keep that left arm where it is. Or maybe you begin to wrap this left arm around the lower spine, seeing if the fingertips can meet the inner hip crease on that right hand side. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Lovely. Inhale to softly unravel. Palms of the hands come back to the thighs. Let's repeat that on the other side. Inhale, right arm goes. Send it all the way up. Find length, create space. Roll that right shoulder back. Beautiful. Let the left arm sweep across to the right thigh. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, maybe wrapping that right arm around the lower spine. So just seeing how far across the fingertips like to come round here. Or maybe you're focusing on pressing the back of that right hand into your spine to further roll the right shoulder back, to further kind of anchor yourself into the twist. Take a breath. And exhale, gently unravel here. Beautiful. From here, let's gently send the hands out in front. Remove any blocks or props out from underneath you. Simply place them to one side. And maybe taking a moment just to stretch out through the legs a little bit. They've been curled up for quite some time, so it might help to send one leg back at a time, tucking the toes under, rocking the weight forwards and back just a little bit. Okay, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then changing over whenever you are ready. Beautiful. Waking up through the hamstrings, waking up through the foot here. So seeing if you can stretch out through the sole of the foot maybe. Take a breath. And exhale. Bringing the knees back underneath you. Okay, making sure the knees come underneath the hips here. Begin to walk the hands forwards. Take a breath. And as you exhale, sturdily melt the heart towards the earth. Maybe the forehead touches down, or maybe it's the chin or a cheek. Nice deep stretch for the shoulders. Keep stretching the fingertips away. Beautiful. Feel that length through both sides of the body. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Breathing in, gently lift the head back up, but let the elbows come down. And then slowly walking the knees back to let the hips come all the way down towards the mat, landing softly in your Sphinx pose. So maybe separating the legs a touch here, let the heels roll in, toes point out. Letting the hips really sink down towards the earth, but the heart remains nice and lifted, so we kind of actively push the forearms down, slide the shoulders down and away from those ears. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And then kind of using the structure of your arms here to keep the heart lifted, but then let the head be heavy. Let the chin drop down towards the chest. And all you're going to do from here is let the head softly sway from side to side. So sweeping the right ear across to the right shoulder. Same again as you go to the left. There's a sense of heaviness. Beautiful, maybe finding a couple of gentle stretches here and there. You can pause for a moment or two to kind of really indulge in that stretch, or maybe we keep moving. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then breathing in to lift the head up through the center. Soften or slide the elbows out to the side to gently bring the heart all the way down towards the mat. And then slide the hands underneath your shoulders. So we're going to roll from side to side in and out of broken wing. So I'm going to talk you through it. You're going to stretch left arm out towards the side. You might not be able to see this, but I'm going to describe it as best as I can. So left arm out towards the side in line with your left shoulder. Right hand is underneath the right shoulder. Then you're going to bend into the right knee, point those toes up to the sky. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, push down through the right hand to roll you across to the left. And just see if we can tap the right toes down to the left-hand side. Beautiful. As we inhale, we roll all the way back onto our bellies. And we're changing over, slide the left hand in. Send the right arm out to the side, bend into the left knee. Push down through the left hand, roll to the right, tap the left toes down to the right hand side. And we're just going to move like this, side to side, changing the arms, changing the legs, moving at your own pace here. So beautiful. Getting this kind of like stretch through the shoulders. You might even feel this kind of massage sensation as you roll to that one side. So for instance, when we roll to the right, we can really feel the right shoulder pressing down into the ground, giving that little massage there. Okay. Keep it going for perhaps one more deep breath in, and if you want to pause for a moment, that's okay. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, steadily rolling back onto your belly, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, and then let's bend the knees, cross the ankles just above your bum. Take a breath. Exhale, steadily rise, lift the hips and chest off at the same time. And then bring the knees in, so come back into your tabletop. Take a breath. Take an exhale. Inhale, sending the right leg back, kick the right heel away. Exhale, draw this right knee in towards the chest, round through the back. Softly step, right foot forwards in between the hands. When you're ready, rise up to a low lunge here. So fingertips reach up to the sky. Taking a deep breath in. Taking a deep breath out. And in this low lunge here, we're going to find this kind of backwards, backstroke motion with the arms. So imagine we're kind of swimming in some water or swimming in the air maybe. So you're going to circle the arms back and down, and as you do so, finding that stretch across the shoulders again here. Stretch out through the fingertips. Keep lifting up through the heart. Over time, we may find that the hips can glide that little bit further forwards and down. Beautiful. So it kind of takes this, or makes this into a kind of dance in our low lunge. Beautiful. Take another breath. Take another exhale. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Exhale, pull the heart forwards, hands come down to frame that right foot. Beautiful. Feel free to use some blocks here underneath the hands. Push down through the hands, lift up out of the hips. Hips come level with the left knee. And you can take a few moments to kind of rock the hips forwards and back, lengthening the right leg and then rebending in that knee. Feel free to continue that as many times as you wish. Or maybe on your next breath out, coming back into your half split stretch, holding there. Keep that little bit of softness in the right knee, keep the right toes pointing up to the sky. But seeing if we can relax into this fold as much as we can. So soften through the elbow, soften through the back of the neck, release the jaw. So taking quite a passive stretch here. Reminding ourselves that we don't always need to be so active. We don't always need to be kind of working towards the really, really active deep stretch. Sometimes it's nice to just relax into the fold. Okay. Take one more breath. One more exhale. Beautiful. Breathe in to rebend into that front knee. Slide the blocks out to one side. And then pushing down through the hands, just bring that right knee all the way back down next to left, back into your tabletop. Okay. Take a breath in, left leg goes this time straight onto the other side. Exhale, left knee in towards the chest, round through the back, push the ground away. Steadily bring left foot in between the hands. When you're ready, rise up to that low lunge. Take a breath. Exhale, maybe softening the hips forwards and down here. Keep this tuck of the tailbone under so the glutes are active. We're not just relying on the flexibility of our spine to send the hips forwards here. In fact, the spine isn't necessarily really involved here, especially the lower spine. We're working on opening through the shoulders. So let's bring in that backwards stroke motion here. So sending one arm back at a time. Big circle with the arms. Finding that stretch through the shoulders. Take a breath. Exhale, keep it going. Maybe finding the hips can sink that a little bit further forwards and down. Beautiful. One more inhale. One more exhale. Both arms reach up to the sky. As you exhale, pull the heart forwards, hands maybe come down to the ground, or finding those blocks again, either side of the left foot. Push down through the hands, lift up out of the hips. And again, maybe taking that rocking motion just a couple of times, easing into those left hamstrings. Beautiful. And then when you're ready to, if you wish, on your next exhale, settling into that half split, keeping that softness in that front knee. Left toes reach up to the sky, but again, be passive here. Release through the neck, release through the elbows. Lovely, well done. So this still might feel like quite that deep stretch. But again, we're not necessarily working for it. Don't need to work so hard. Let's take it easy. Okay. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Breathing in as you shift the weight back forwards, bend back into the left knee. And again, place the blocks out to one side. Let's send that left knee back next to right, back into your tabletop. Take a deep breath in, lift up through the head and heart, but tuck all 10 toes under. As you exhale, round through the back, tucking the chin towards the chest. Beautiful. Just a little cat-cow here. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up through the head and heart. Lift the tailbone up to the sky. And then this time, as you exhale, pressing the hips back, peeling the knees away from the mat into your downward facing dog. Lovely. And let's see, even though this down dog is quite a strong, it's quite an active pose, let's see if we can invite in some softness. So a little bit of softness through the knees, gently swaying the hips from side to side, so we can move quite softly, quite slowly here. It's almost like a little slow dance in your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Breathing in to look forwards, bend through the knees, steadily walk the feet all the way towards your hands. Take as many little tiny steps as you need to here, slowly bring the feet towards the top of the mat. As the feet arrive here, trying to make sure they're kind of about hip distance apart, toes pointing forwards. Soften through the knees, and again there's that heavy head, heavy shoulders, heavy arms. The fingertips might kind of drag across the mat as you sway from side to side, or maybe you take hold of opposite elbows here. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. As we breathe in, let's steadily roll up through the spine, stack up bone by bone. Take your time here. Lovely. Let's take that nice big shoulder roll. Inhale, lift them up towards the ears. Exhale, send them down and away. Okay, let's begin to move through our flow. So again, the first time we move through this sequence, it's going to be kind of the normal way, so to speak. And then when we move through on the second time, we're going to reverse our way back. Okay, I promise you it will make sense. Let's take a deep breath in and we sweep the arms up, grow tall. Now as you exhale, hinge at the hips, pull the heart forwards, dive it down. Lovely. Inhale, bring the fingertips to your shins, rise up flat back. And exhale, return to your fold. Let's bend the knees, plant the fingertips down, take a nice big step back with the left leg. Beautiful. We're going to keep the back knee lifted, brush the fingertips along the mat, rise up into your high lunge. So fingertips to the sky. So again, legs are strong, but where can you bring in softness here? Maybe it's in the shoulders, the wrists, the fingertips. Maybe it's in your gaze. Sometimes when we're looking ahead of us, sometimes we have a tendency to kind of stare down and we really focus. Let's see if we can soften all of that. Take a breath. Take an exhale. Inhale, reach up that a little bit higher. Exhale, cactus. So draw the elbows down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift up through the head and heart. Beautiful. Breathe in, fingertips up to the sky. And then similar movement with the arms to what we did at the beginning. So bring the backs of the hands together. Begin to reach the fingertips forward, soften through the back knee, tuck the chin towards the chest, tuck the tailbone under. Beautiful. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, cactus. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, round it forwards. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus, one more round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, round it forwards. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Lift up through the heart and then rain the fingertips all the way down. Hands are going to come towards your hips, and then you're going to shift the weight slightly forwards to bring left foot flat down towards the earth. Okay, so slightly pull right hip back, left hip forwards, lengthening through both legs. You can keep your hands towards your hips here, or you might bring the fists to your lower spine. You might take hold of opposite elbows, or maybe you come into a reverse prayer. So the entire time here, let's see if we can lift up through the head and heart. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, but as we fold here, keep the heart open. Invite a little bit of softness into that front leg just to make sure we're not kind of stressing that front knee too much. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Beautiful. Softly bend into that front knee. Release the hands all the way down towards the mat. And then we're going to send this right leg up high to the sky, opening out into that right hip. So open three-leg dog. So you bend into this right knee, lift that right knee as high as it wants to go, and let the right heel kind of be heavy as it kind of drips across to the left-hand side. Push down through all 10 fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Breathing in, lengthen that right leg, kick the heel away. Exhale, dive this right knee in towards the chest, looking ahead of you. Softly step, right foot back in between the hands. From here, you're going to drop the left heel down towards the earth, so your left toes turn out 90 degrees. Sink into this right knee and then windmill the arms. Left arm starts, right arm follows. Warrior two. Beautiful. So sinking into this right knee, tucking the tailbone under a touch. But again, where can you find softness? Is it in the shoulders again? The fingertips, the wrists, your gaze. Deep breath. Exhale. Beautiful. As we inhale, push down through the right foot. Begin to lengthen that right leg. Left hand to the back of the left leg. Right fingertips sweep up to the sky. Little lean back here into your reverse triangle. Take a breath. And as you exhale, you can stay here, or maybe you bring right hand to the back of the head. That hand is going to act as a hammock for the head to rest into. So you kind of lead with this top elbow. Send it up to the sky. Beautiful. Another breath here. And another breath out. Beautiful. Breathe in. Release that right arm. Sink back into this right knee for a moment and then maybe shorten your stance. So if you've got limited space like me, maybe drag the right foot closer towards you so you've got space to go ahead of you. If you've got all the space around you, don't feel as though you need to take that step. Okay. So you got a little softness in that right knee. Take a breath. Exhale, shift the weight into the right foot. You kind of drag these left toes in. Arms stay out into a T shape and you stay open to the left-hand side. And all you're going to do from here is take a little tilt. So floating that left leg off, little tilt. So it's kind of similar to your half moon, but we're not bringing this right hand all the way down to the ground. We're keeping lifted here. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Steadily circle left arm down to the ground. As this happens, kind of close the body off. So you're going to square the hips to the front, square the shoulders to the front, bend into this left knee to chest, arms to sky. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Steady here. Soften into the right knee a touch. Cross the left ankle on top of the right knee. So the more you sink into the right knee, the more of a shelf you create there. Bring the palms and hands together in front of the heart and we sink. Flex into that left ankle, send that left knee down to the ground, standing pigeon. Just one breath here, you've got it. Take a breath. Take an exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, rise, lift the chest. And then you're going to step the left foot down, but you're going to cross it over the right foot. So you end up with the legs crossed. The legs are quite squeezed together here. Left foot over the right. And then inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Your left hand is going to catch hold of the right wrist. Inhale, reach up through that right hand. Exhale, take a little lean over to the right. Beautiful. Take an inhale here. So you're leaning to the left, pushing the hips to the right. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, rise all the way up. Now as you exhale, let go of that right wrist. Keep the arms reaching up to the sky. You're going to turn around to the right. The feet are going to stay where they are. They're just going to pivot as you go. You're going to do a full 360. And hopefully you're going to finish at the top of the mat, but with the legs crossed the other way. So here we go. We turn around to the right. We pivot, we keep going. So we face the back. Legs are kind of apart, legs are parallel. And then we keep it going. We turn around to the front. Hey presto. We have done that full 360 and we've now got the opposite leg crossed in front. Well done. Take a deep breath in. This is where we're going to start to reverse it. So from here, right hand takes hold of the left wrist. Inhale, lengthen through the left hand side. Exhale, lean to the right. Beautiful. Push the hips to the left. Okay, here we go. Big breath in. Big breath out. Okay. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, letting go of that wrist. You're going to shift your weight into the foot that's crossed behind. So the left leg, pick the right knee in towards the chest. Palms of the hands come down through heart center. Sink into the standing leg, right ankle on top of the left knee. And again, you sink down here. So the more you sink into that left leg, the more of a shelf you are creating for that right ankle to rest on. Flex into the right ankle, send that right knee away. Take a breath in here. Take a breath out. Inhale, rise up high. Right knee in towards the chest, send the fingertips all the way up. And then from here, as you exhale, open out into that tilt. So left arm starts to reach forwards. Right arm starts to reach back. You kick the right foot back behind you. And you open out into this little tilt. And again, it doesn't need to be a massive tilt here. We might stay fairly upright here. Lovely. Take a breath. Take an exhale. Soften into that left leg a touch as you step the right foot back. Beautiful. Well done. Feel free to adjust the feet here if you need to make sure the feet are nicely sturdy, nicely grounded underneath you. Okay, inhale, left leg is long. We're going to send that left arm up to the sky, right hand to the back of the right thigh. Deep breath in, little lean back into your reverse triangle. As you exhale, maybe bring the left hand to the back of the head. Use that as a hammock for the head to lean into. Lead with that left elbow. Maybe that gives you a little bit more space to go. One more breath. One more exhale. Breathing in, release that left hand, windmill the arms back through. Sink into that left knee, warrior two. Well done. Take a breath in here. Soften through the shoulders, soften through the fingertips. Okay, one more inhale. And then as you exhale, let's cartwheel the arms all the way down to frame this left foot. And then from here, make sure that right foot is firmly grounded down towards the mat. Push down through the hands. Send this left leg all the way up to the sky. Open out into that left hip. Bend into that left knee. So you've got that open three-leg dog again here on the other side. Lift that left knee as high as it can go. Root down through all 10 fingertips. Take a breath. Take an exhale. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Square off the hips, exhale, left knee in towards the chest. Sturdily step left foot in between the hands. Beautiful. Now before we rise here, let's make sure we've got that right foot in slightly and that right heel is down. Rise all the way up, take your time, arms to sky, grow tall. As you exhale, cactus, rain the fingertips all the way down. Beautiful, and eventually the hands come down towards your hips. Okay, let's just check the legs here. So you're plugging left hip back, right hip forward. Choose your hand position. So it could be hands to hips. It might be fist to your lower spine, taking hold of opposite elbows, or reverse prayer. So many options. Choose which works best for you. We take a deep breath in, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift up through the head and heart. Now as we exhale, we begin to fold. But as we fold here, we keep the heart open. Soften slightly into that front knee just to make sure we're not putting any unnecessary pressure down that front leg. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. As we inhale, bend into that left knee, softly rise the heart all the way up. Release the hands, take a little step back with the right foot to lift that right heel, arms to sky. We're nearly there, take a breath. Exhale, cactus, lift up through the head and heart. We've got that arm movement again. Inhale, arms to sky. Backs to hands come together. Exhale, soften through the back knee as you round through the spine, fingertips pointing ahead of you. Okay, inhale, rise back up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, round it forwards. Keep sinking into that left knee the entire time. Inhale, arms up. One more full round. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, round. Beautiful. Inhale, send the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, pour the heart forwards. Hands come down to frame that left foot. And then from here, take a big step forwards with the right foot. Then it meets the left. We come back into that forward fold. Well done. And hey presto, we have reversed our way through that sequence. That wasn't so bad at all. Let's take an inhale. Take an exhale. Soften through the knees. Find that heaviness down the spine, so the upper body kind of just drapes over the legs here. One more breath. One more exhale. Okay. And then from here, let's wiggle the feet further out, so perhaps about mat distance apart, toes pointing out, heels in. And then beginning to sink the hips down into your malasana, into your yogi squats. Beautiful. So if you know this is a little bit too intense for you in the hips, do feel free to use a couple of blocks underneath the hips here to kind of take the pressure off you here. Keep the heart lifted as best as we can. Palms of the hands come together, elbows to the inner creases of the knees, and actively kind of push the palms of the hands together, drawing your sternum towards your thumbs. Beautiful. So we've got this nice tall spine, hips sinking down, but crown of the head lifted up up towards the sky. Well done. Let's pause here for a breath or two. Okay. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Beautiful. Fingertips come down towards the ground. Take a moment to lift the hips out from or away from any other props that might be underneath you. And then use your hands to help you as you control the sit bones all the way down to the ground. And then from here, for the final moments of our practice, we've still got about 10 minutes or so to go. But we're going to take it nice and easy. So let's roll back onto our backs. Okay. Keep the knees bent, soles the feet down towards the mat. Take a moment to just let the entire spine ground down here. So it's always nice after we've kind of been high in the sky, floating around on our mats and twirling round and round here and there. It's always nice to just take a few moments just to land softly. Let's do exactly that. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Beautiful. From here, bringing the right knee in towards the chest and crossing the right knee over the left. So really making sure you're crossing at the knees here. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to let the knees softly float down towards the left-hand side. So right hip lifts away from the ground. See if we can keep that right shoulder blade down. So coming into kind of a deep spinal twist here. If it's a little bit too intense for you, do feel free to uncross the legs and bring the knees and ankles to stack on top of one another. Or maybe you're keeping them crossed. Okay. So lean into the stretch as far as you want to go. Be as soft as we can be here. Beautiful. Taking a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Maybe one more. Okay. And then as you inhale, you're softly going to roll back through the center. Lift the knees, but keep them crossed. Bring the left foot back down towards the earth. And then uncross the legs slightly so that the right ankle comes on top of the left knee. So similar to our standing pigeon, we're now coming into reclined pigeon. So you've got the right ankle stacked over the left knee. Send the right knee away from your body. And then begin to draw left thigh in towards the chest. Maybe threading the arms through, so right arm kind of reaches in between that gap in the legs, and seeing if we can interlace the fingertips either around the back of the left thigh, or maybe you can reach around towards the shin here. Wherever you come to, keep the back of the head down towards the ground. Keep the shoulder blades down to the ground as best as we can. So if you can't quite grab the back of the leg, you could use a strap here, or maybe just hold on to your clothing. Draw that left knee in as close as it can be. Lovely, well done. Take a big inhale. Take a big exhale. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And as we inhale, let's keep the hands where they are to the back of the left thigh and see if we can kick that left heel to the sky. So now also getting that little stretch down through the left hamstring. So you're still drawing this left thigh in towards the chest. But you're now kicking that left heel away. So there's quite a few things going on here. There's a stretch down the outside of the right hip. There's the compression of the lower spine against the mat. And there's that stretch down through the back of the left leg. Let's take one more breath in. One more breath out. And then soften back into that left knee. Release the hands from the back of that left thigh. Left foot comes down towards the mat. And we can uncross that right leg. Bring the right foot down towards the earth. Take a moment here with the knees bent to find some stillness, or maybe it's a light sway of the knees from side to side. Okay. One more breath with whatever it is you have decided to work through. And then having a little look on the other side. Well done. Okay, so right foot remains flat down to the earth, right knee bent to the sky. Let's draw the left knee into the chest and then cross the left leg over the right. So again, crossing at the knees as best as we can. Take an inhale. And as we exhale, let the knees softly come down towards the right hand side. Left hip lifts off here. Left shoulder blade stays down as best as we can. Beautiful. And again, if it's too much of a stretch, too much of a twist, uncross the legs and bring the knees and ankles to stack on top of one another. Beautiful. Perhaps staying for one more breath. One more exhale. Breathing in as we gently draw the knees back through the center. Right foot comes back down towards the earth. Keep the legs crossed, and then you're going to uncross them slightly to bring the left ankle on top of the right knee. So again, you're flexing into that left ankle so the foot is active, and you're sending that left knee away from your body here. Okay, take an inhale. As you exhale, begin to draw the right thigh in towards the chest. Thread the arms through, so this time it's the left arm that reaches between that gap in the legs. Seeing if we can interlace the fingertips around the back of that right thigh. So again, you can use a strap or grab hold of your clothing here. Encouraging the back of the head to stay grounded. So if you're really kind of reaching here as hard as you can and perhaps not reaching towards the back of the leg, maybe just focus on using the strength of your core and the hip flexor to draw the knee in. Or you could keep the foot down and keep focusing on sending that left knee away, okay? Choose where feels best for you. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Beautiful. Let's have one more. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. From here, can we then begin to extend that right heel to the sky? Finding that added stretch down through the back of that right leg. Keep drawing that right thigh in if that's okay for you. Keep sending the left knee away from your body. Might also add to that stretch down the outside of the left hip. Might feel like a slightly deeper stretch here. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Beautiful. Begin to bend back into that right knee. Release the hands out from the back of that right thigh. As that right foot lands, we can gently uncross the left ankle, bring the left foot back down towards the mat. Beautiful. Take a moment to again land here. Maybe there's a little bit of stillness, or maybe there's a sway in the knees from side to side. Whatever you choose here, whatever feels best for your body. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then from here, we have made it to our Shavasana, our final relaxation. So you might be enjoying this kind of connection between your entire spine on the mat. So feel free to keep the knees bent, maybe bring the feet to the outside edges of the mat, and then allow the knees to knock together. You could be here, or maybe you decide to stretch the legs out in front of you. Notice how that encourages the lower spine to lift away from the mat slightly as we kind of adjust to the natural curves of the body. Beautiful. So I'll say, finding a place that feels comfortable to you, and even if you come to a place that feels okay at first and then you decide a little bit later on that you need to change, that's okay. Don't feel as though once you're in a place that you need to stay there, especially if it's not feeling right for you. We can adjust, we can change things there and there, so hopefully eventually find that kind of sweet spot where we can completely let go and completely just be. So by all means, take a few moments to find that sweet spot for you. And then once we find it, let that wave of softness just wash over. Let the body release into the mat. Almost imagine yourselves melting into the mat now. Feeling that gentle pull of gravity welcoming you back to the mat, almost like welcoming you back home. Perhaps almost feeling those sensations similar to that warm embrace, that feeling when we're in the arms of perhaps a loved one. We feel that safety, that reassurance telling us it's okay, it's safe to just be. We can let down our guard, we can soften every muscle, every fiber of our being. Seeing if we can find that similar sensation here. Reminding ourselves it's okay to let go, it's okay to peel back those layers and just be here. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And again, deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more time, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Perhaps gently beginning to welcome little bits of movement back into the body. Starting small and maybe allowing the movement to grow as you start to wake yourselves back up. You can move into a stretch if you'd like, or perhaps curl yourselves up into a little ball, whatever you choose to do here. Ensure it feels nourishing for your body. And then when you're ready, choosing a side, either the left or the right, beginning to roll all the way over onto that one side. Use your hands to help you as you rise all the way up, finding a comfortable seat, nestling the sit bones underneath you, crossing at the shins or at the ankles. Take your time as the palms of the hands land upon the knees, shoulders slide down and away from those ears. And we close our eyes as we seal our practice, as always, with the final blessing. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you at night. May the rain wash away your worries. And may the breeze blow new strength throughout your being. And may you walk through the world knowing its beauty all the days of your life. And with that, we bring the palms of the hands together in front of the heart. And we bow. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today for the little heart opening practice with a bit of a twist in there. I hope you enjoyed it. So I hope you go on to enjoy the rest of your day, week, month, whatever it is. And I hope to see you on the mat very soon. I'll be back next week with another free practice with you. Hope to see you then. Mwah.